One of my favorite ways of using aged domains is to repurpose them into a money site. And what I mean by that is just completely changing the original content of the site. And I'm going to give a concrete example of that in a moment. But one of the great things about aged domains that I've discovered on my own journey with them is that the site authority is transferable to any new topic. So say, for example, I bought an aged domain with a page rank of 5 on the subject of Greek archaeology. I could then turn that site into any kind of money site that I wished. I could turn it into, for example, an AdSense site focused on insurance or law, and the authority of it will be transferable to the new subject. Now, it doesn't necessarily work 100 times out of 100, but it easily has the highest strike rate out of anything that I've seen. Obviously, it's great here in the sense that aged domains will rank much faster than new domains. And if you really need that new domain in terms of branding or for a site flip with an exact match domain or EMD, then you can just 301 redirect the aged domain to that new domain, and that will also help the new domain to rank much faster as well. It's very important when you buy your aged domain with PageRank that you enable that WHOIS privacy protection as soon as possible. And the reason for that is that I know from my experience in homepagebacklinks.com, when we were starting out, we got de-indexed pretty heavily. And when we were kind of sifting through the records and finding common factors between those sites that were keeping indexed and those that got de-indexing, this WHOIS privacy protection was a big one. It does cost a few more dollars when you buy it, but definitely worth it in terms of keeping it indexed, or at least giving it the best possible chance of doing that. So typically what I'll do is I'll install WordPress and just set up as usual, making sure that my on-page factors are well set up. Hopefully, because you're watching this in the advanced section of SEO Experts Academy, that you're all good on on-page SEO, and you would set that up just as you would for a new domain. And what I like about aged domains when they're repurposed money sites is that you can go after more difficult keywords, and you tend to find that they don't sort of dance around so much with Google, and their progress seems a lot more stable. They just don't fluctuate as much as you find with brand new domains. As I've indicated above, they respond pretty well, very fast to good backlinks. So you tend to find that they will just fly up the rankings much, much quicker if you've got some good backlinks behind them and your on-page is sorted out. I think the best I've ever seen is getting to page 2 in about 4 days just from on-page on an aged domain without any relevant backlinks, but just getting it recrawled using the mass submission tool of Profit Instruments and the one over at imtalk.org, and those are mentioned in the resources section of this course. Now, the final point worth noting about these aged domains when they're repurposed money sites, before I jump over to the example, is that if you've got a few of these, you can obviously bolster the page rank to that site with your own sites, and that's beneficial if, for example, staff or someone from the site where the aged domain is getting all of its page rank actually visits the site and sees that the content has completely changed and they get the backlinks removed, then obviously your page rank on your repurposed aged domain would go down pretty drastically. But if you've got your own PR little network, or even just one other link from an equal or higher page rank, then you can bolster that and you shouldn't lose it. So this is an example of an aged domain that I've repurposed here into the topic of buildings insurance for landlords. So I've thrown up the CTR theme on it, which is, in my experience, pretty much the best converter for AdSense, especially on this setting here, where you've got these double barrel blocks here and this vertical column here. But of course you need to track that, and one of the good things in CTR theme is that you can select one or rotate through a bunch of different formats and layouts that you want. When I originally bought this site, it was a page rank 5. Let's double check that that's still holding. Okay, so it's showing up as a page rank 4 there, and that isn't anything to be too disturbed about, because page rank fluctuation, the reported toolbar page rank, is all over the place in 2011. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a week or two that was back at page rank 5. So don't be disturbed if you've bought it and it drops down a little bit. Page rank 4 is still pretty good. So all I've done there, I've thrown up WordPress onto it. I put the CTR theme on it. I've obviously installed my AdSense, and now I need to come along and properly backlink it. Now, if we jump over to archive.org, which is a great way to look at content that used to be on a site, We can have a look at how it used to look and what the original topic was. So we click on Take Me Back. Let me just close SEO Quake there. Where you see these blue dots, and here we only have one, that's where Wayback Machine at archive.org has actually taken a snapshot of the page. Now, archive.org is certainly far from perfect, and there are many, many websites that are missing, or even when it has got snapshots, you'll see images missing. But generally speaking, it's not a bad way to get a quick look at how the site used to look. So I'm just going to click on here. And let me just reload that page. It's showing a little bit differently to before. So interestingly, before this was showing me a website that was about Italian business development. And if I actually go over to the Google cache, I might get a look at it there as well, which is kind of your backup plan. So if we come along here, we'll just put that in there, see what we can come up with. And we just click on the cached one here. It may have cached the new version. Yep, it's updated because it's been recrawled and had a few new backlinks to it. But originally this site, when I bought it, was set up for Italian business, and clearly I've transformed it into a totally different site, and that's a classic example of a repurposed money site. And these should form a central part of your SEO strategy, given how successful it can be in getting to rank very, very quickly.